guys, can you see the slide? Are we okay with the slide? Okay, thank you for confirming. Okay. All right. So let me start with thanking the University of Berkeley, University California, Berkeley. No? So um, these are Ken Singer is one of the managing director of the Satarja Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology, and I'm really happy to have this connection with ISIP or the Field Foundation, not to be like educated more with entrepreneurship. So for this morning, we're gonna use the slide of presentation or the 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 tools or the slides that were introduced to us, no, by Ken Singer. So this morning session is about opportunity recognition. We will explore where good ideas come from and how we can identify good opportunities for new businesses. No? So, and the best opportunities sometimes are not obvious, and sometimes they are just hidden in plain sight, and other times they can be found in emerging industries. Those hidden in plain sight, it's up to us to uncover them. No, so we have to uncover them. Right, some few more students coming in. So, uh, yeah, for once again also, as much as I want to, we need to start by 9 o'clock, no, because I know you have classes at 9:30. Right. So okay. So at this point of time, you guys should have been exploring ideas already, no? So like I already asked you to form a team, because the thing is that although we did not discuss about team yet, but the message there is for you to start discussing offline, no? So offline, meaning to say you set your own meetings. What kind of venture kaya ang atong gusto i-pursue? What kind of problems? What are the different ideas that we may want to pursue, no, for this project, so that during our pitching on June, we will be able to come up with a very good idea to solve. No? So problem, a big problem that we need to solve, or a small problem, or a medium cap problem that we want to engage our team, no, for us to help solve those problems. Okay, so um, so it comes from different, no, like I mentioned about this exploring, from focusing on your own problems to visiting farmlands, to visiting or knowing and understanding opportunities in the community, no? So those are the kinds of problems you want to make, no? So there are many of us may be still struggling to find ideas that are interesting there, that would provide us value or can be viable, not to be our business. So this class this morning might provide you some few pointers, no, on how to make this process easier for the team, no? So right now I want you to go back now with your team and think about arranging work later on offline, no? So not in this class, but offline, on Monday or even during your weekend. What kind of business ventures you're going to make, no, for you to present during the end of this class we have. I also even mentioned that if you have a very good idea already right now, idea that you want to solve, or a problem that you want to solve using your idea, then what you can do is engage yourself now, no? So yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I would like to recognize Sir Ron, no, Mendoza, our chairperson in the BS Electronics Engineering Department, for joining us this morning, and yeah, so for participating, no. So yeah, so before we get start, no, so thank you, Sir Ron. So I want to make some comments about the terms you will be using here, no. So there will be new terms for you guys, but often before we make use of ideation, no, commonly. commonly. We make use of the ideation, but in the industry term, that many of the entrepreneurship centers in developed countries, they make use of the opportunity recognition. So that's really good because opportunity like, okay, let me allow these other students to come to the class. So instead of using the ideation, we are actually um, using opportunity recognition, but they are synonymous with each other. All right. So ideation suggests that an idea is simply created or spontaneously emerged, but entrepreneurs know that the best ideas are developed through a process which we will explain later on in this class today. Feel free to to interrupt me if you have questions, comments, suggestions, anytime. All right. So at this point, I would like to for you to be introduced to this term, no, Gestalt. All right. I may pronounce it differently. It's like a German, no? Gestalt. We see what we want to see. So to complement matters, different academic disciplines have different definitions for Gestalt, but for our purpose, for our discussions today, uh, Gestalt is seeing what we want to see. No? So this is a real phenomenon. Actually, if you look at your, if you challenge your classmate to see a thing, your classmate might have different perspective to that. So we have kind of different perspectives. No? So scientists have discovered that our brains anticipate information well before any information from our eyes or any other sense reaches our brain. So that means our brain really literally imagines what it's about to see or experience, and hopefully reality lines up with it. And in order to do this, our brains use previous experiences that we kind of been through, and usually the most recent experiences to pre-construct what we see. So um, if you don't believe me or you believe me, let's try to kind of tackle this example. All right, so check this photo. So what do you see? So what do you see? Can you put your answers on the chat box for some interaction? Okay, what do you see? All right. What do you see, guys? Chat, man. Okay. So, Lydell, thank you. Lord Adrian, man with a trumpet, man blowing a horn. What else? What else do you see? Come on, guys. 2 minutes. A lady, man with trumpet. Okay. What else? Oh, thank you, Hansel. Aljay, face, lady. All right. Face. So there are still 20 more women face. So women face. All right. So what else? Come on, guys. 2 minutes or 1 minute. Face. Okay. Face. Joseph face. Man playing trumpet. Women face. Trumpet man playing saxophone. What else? Face. Keep on coming. How about the others? Face. All right. Face. Man. Face. All right. Keep on coming. Kita pang wala na ito pa. I'll be checking the those students here. No, so all right. So what was the common answer here? The face of the lady, no? So a guy with a trumpet. I think if I look back here, trace back all your answers, actually wala pang uban naka-answer, no? So there is a mix of answers here between which image actually visible for them, no? So the woman's face or the guy with the trumpet, no? So that's kind of a different perspective, no? So that's why Sometimes we're kind of biased, no, because I mean, we have different perspectives. That's why every time there will be times that we would argue with each other, no, because your perspective may not be the same perspective with the others, no, and sometimes we cannot really somehow what can you say, like make a statement that is the definite answer of it all, no, because we have kind of different perspective, no. So this can cause problems, right? So Eliel is keep on coming out, no, siguro putol-putol yung internet, no. So this actually cause problems, no, because this sometimes can make you blind to opportunities, no. So by looking at a country that speaks Chinese, your brain will not anticipate the fact that there are more Chinese people learning English than there are English people, no. So imagine our world, China, there are over 1.4 billion people who are actually learning, no, more than 400 million people of Chinese actually trying to learn English, no, English language. So more than the population of the United States, right? So which suggests that creating an English education business in China might be a very good idea, no? So putting up school for now, because face-to-face, putting up a platform where the Chinese can actually learn English. But you know, our previous experience with China would bring or would blind us with this kind of opportunity, no, because sometimes we are really already biased about China, no. So meaning to say, basta China, di mi ganahan kay kanang komunista na sila, no, ano. But then if you look at the business in a business perspective, if you can take take those opportunity, so there are business opportunity that we can actually get into, no, if our perspective is aligned to how we frame our mind into getting opportunities, right? So the question now is how you can find something innovative that can be innovation. So popular methods of finding an opportunity, this is where we're going, no? So how can we find something innovate that can be an innovation? So start with an invention, and then later on, because they were commercialized, so that means that we shift from invention to innovation, no? So how things were invented, how these products in the market today started, and how these business owners took opportunity of them, no? Okay, so let me share this video. Okay, I hope you can guys put in the chat box if you cannot hear any audio now. I'll play this, and then hopefully you can have the audio now. So let me start with this video now. So how things were invented, and then how they found these inventions are now in the market. Now, so start with a very primitive videos to more advanced video. All right. I hope you can hear later on. Chat if you cannot hear the audio.
money renting out your house while living in it. Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia were professionals struggling to pay rent for their San Francisco loft. To offset their costs, the two bought airbeds and rented out part of their apartment to guests looking for a temporary place to stay. To advertise their space, Brian and Joe decided to create a website charging $80 a night for an airbed and a hot breakfast. The plan worked so well, the two started a company doing the same thing, but on a much bigger scale. They brought on board an engineering friend, Nathan Blacharsak, to start Airbnb. The Q-tip can be used for cleaning electronics, applying makeup, or even brushing a dog's teeth. But what was the Q-tip originally made for? In 1923, Leo Gerstenzang's wife was looking for a way to clean their baby's ears. There was no gentle or easy consumer product that met their needs, so she attached a piece of cotton to a toothpick. The Polish-born American saw a need for his wife's invention and created the Q-tip, marketing the product to moms everywhere, making it a household name across the country. How did eating ice cream become a utensil-free experience? The ice cream cone was invented at the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis, Missouri. After running out of cups, vendors at the fair turned to curling waffles and using them as cones to hold their ice cream. Although many vendors disputed who invented the cone, the idea quickly spread from booth to booth. Soon after the fair ended, many patents were filed across the country for waffle rolling machines.
How do you go down this? Writing this. In the 1950s, cyclists from Paris wanted to take the sport off-road, but the delicate frames and tires of road bikes were a problem. By creating sturdier frames and wider, thicker tires, the French cyclists invented the first mountain bikes. It wasn't until the 70s when a group of hobbyists in California began adapting bikes for mountainous terrain that the sport went mainstream. Today, mountain bikes account for 1 out of every 4 bikes sold in the US. How did emerging markets play a role in inventing mobile money transfers? In the rural Philippines, where banking is not always accessible, residents found a new way to transfer money for goods and services. Cell phone users in the Philippines used prepaid cards to add minutes back to their phones. Customers began to realize they could easily transfer minutes between phones, exchanging it for goods or services. Filipino cell phone users paved the way for money mobile transfer.
All right. So if you follow the theme for those videos, no, so that we gathered or collected, you will see a pattern where most of those inventions actually comes from the experiences, no, of the inventor themselves, no, from Airbnb to Uber, no, to the Pasalod, no, so Philippines was highlighted there in. So those are some of the short clips of videos coming from MIT. No? So this is kind of a mix already from UC Berkeley to the MIT. These are very strong organizations or academic institutions, strong in entrepreneurship. So the message is that everyday problems that we encounter can be an opportunity. I think that's the most popular method of finding an opportunity. The problems that we encounter in our everyday or daily lives. No? So there is plenty of opportunity that we can actually solve. Those are kind of some inspirations, no, for us to begin with in terms of problem or solving problems. So let me proceed with this slide now. So there are several or other various ways in terms of um, idea generation. Now, for example, in Hollywood, you know, in Hollywood, when you say Western genre, that means that like cowboys, guns, fighting, no, so like that, no. So there are the old movies of before, no, in 50s, very focused on the cowboys, no. So right now we have very violent movies as well, no. So Die Hard, what else? What movies? What kind of movies do you really love in terms of like violent gunfighting? What is the most popular movies for you in terms of gunfighting? Mga boys direbe or gentlemen, of course. What is your popular movie, the most loved movie for you, guys? Western genre. So The Matrix, daan na kayo Matrix, no? Recently, the recent Expendables, okay? So what else? James Bond 007, all right? Thank you, Lord and Ruff. What else? So, mga kuan, Mission Impossible, John Wick. I was waiting for that. No? John Wick, very violent. No? So, now, but a very good movie as well, action-packed, no, movie. And then you have also a space movie. No? So, it's existing before, like E.T. No? So, and then somebody thought, why not do a remake about it, like a combination of Western genre and space movie to develop Star Wars, right? So fighting in the space, no? So that can be an avenue. So meaning to say, mixing, no, remakes and transforming this idea, no? So other example is Jaws, no? So you know, so sea, and then also we have movies which are in space, no. So another combination, this is Alien, no. So let me see some comment here. Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So thank you for that, Froilan. No, so yeah, so these are kind of remakes or transforming, no. So idea came from, you love gunfighting, you love space, and then putting that together to create something new, like, which is now Star Wars and Alien, and still people love it. No, people are properly entertained, no, in the movie houses. So this can be a source of idea, no, in terms of remakes or transforming. So you can observe, no, what kind of field, and then you remake it or transform it, right? So okay. Also, there is this popular internet trends, no, and overlay it with news and media, and then now you get Yahoo, right? So if you take the photo sharing app, Flickr, and overlay it with videos, you get YouTube, no? So that's how they also were able to come up with that idea, no? So Flickr and video. I know Flickr is not popular right now, but YouTube is, for, of course, bought by Google already, no. So the trick here is you need to understand no one else is doing it, no. So and then you get kind of discussed, no. So the question here is, you have a big data and China, what kind of potential opportunity of business does it can make, right? And then you have here SMS, image, privacy, traceless. So what kind of opportunity that you can make? So these are things that you would want to mix, right? So ideas can come from this high concept pitch. So you can do this thing as well. Another thing is that harness the aftershock, a thought process used by right now technology acquired by Oracle. So these startups for here, right now technologies, they were able to develop their own product, but then Oracle was very, very interested with it, so they were acquired. Okay, so one is to observe a change. So consumers will purchase more goods over the internet directly from manufacturers instead of retail stores. One example here is Nikon camera. Then identify a second order application and validate it. Like consumers will not be able to receive customer service from retail stores, and therefore start calling manufacturers, call centers of the company for the product help. And then now you define the opportunity. Okay. So the right now founders or the right now technologies realized this early on, and they created a third party customer service solution for the manufacturers. So the manufacturers, their own main concern is really about producing the product, right? And then when they have complaints, then what consumers do is that call the manufacturer, hey, I have a problem about your product. But this group of guys, the right now technologies, they thought of why not create a customer service, no, that will answer on behalf of the company. So that's a business opportunity that they kind of identified, no? And then the BPOs there, di ba? Mga BPOs sa Pilipinas, business processing outsourcing. So that's kind of related to this, no? So so others like pick a target, someone to disrupt, right? So like for example, a more well-known, okay, others are still coming. A more well-known method of finding opportunities to pick up an old established industry and disrupt it with new technologies. No, like kaning sales, marketing, customer service. This is really old, but then Mark Benioff, no, the founder of Salesforce, thought about why not challenge that older systems, cyber systems, and make it even better, no, customer focused na company, no, rather just simply a sales and marketing and customer service, no. So they kind of put a better value for the customers, no, to serve the customers better, no. So they kind of disrupt that space. Okay. So as was mentioned earlier on in the YouTube video, I wanted to start with that because mostly most of the startup founders actually started from their own story, their own frustration. So the question would be, what are your frustrations now? So it can be on how you commute, how you study, how, for example, there are so plenty of areas that that could present you some frustration. So that's why we'd always say that if you complain, if you have a lot of complaints, then actually that's an area or opportunity for you not to solve that problem so that nobody else will complain. So and then those people who always complain, are they willing to put a price on that? So are they willing to pay for their frustration? For example, with that. So basic example before is that televisions actually, like when you change channel, sus mga, kung sa pa kayo yung edad aning 19, when was I start using TV? 1985 or something, when I was like 7 years old. So for you to change the channel, you have to really go to the TV, and then really push the button and then physically change the knob. So the setting, asan yun, so or press the channels that you want to go close, so that's a frustrating time to do. It's frustrating because you would just want to lie down, and then if you want to change channel because you got bored with that present TV show, then you have to go near the TV and change. So, and then somebody thought, why not develop a remote control, right? So that you don't have to go to the TV all the time, so that you will have to switch channel. That's it. So personal experience can be a very good starting point for finding opportunities to start your own business. So spend time where the action is, right? So, right. Any comment? Is there a comment there? Any comment there? Right. So spend time where the action is likely to be. Like you're very passionate about the lives of the farmers, the lives of farmers. and you somehow also experience the pains of the farmers, no? So what better thing to do is to go out there, go out from the classroom, as we say, so, and then observe what is happening. So what are the pains of the customers that you would want to solve? So we have some audio problem here that we will fix for now. Right, can we mute na lang, no, your audio, no? I think that's Jerome. Okay, I'll mute you first. All right. So, what kind of problems out there? No, what are the challenges out there by the farmers? No, so you might want to go to the field and then understand, interview. So, kind of interview that you want to solve. No, no. So, for example, some of our EC students before, I think 2 years ago, they were able to solve the problem or develop a device that somehow would solve the black bug problem in the no, no, in the farms. No, so they develop a black bug trapping machine, no, so that all the black bugs will gather there and they will be automatically be wrapped, no, sa sack. No, so it's a common knowledge for everybody that during there are times of the year that black bug is very common. But what else? What other problems are there in the farm? So other students did a project about kanang problems sa rats, no? So rat problems. So they tried to solve that and they developed a device, no? So those are kind of personal experience for the students, other students, and those are observed. No? So that's where we spend time outside. No? So the ideas can be pretty be available in those situations. So you go out there and then find out what's the problem. So I'll skip this one. This is about ICT, no, blockchain. But I think you're all familiar with blockchain, no? You may want to spend time where the technology is leading right now, no, in terms of applications or like blockchain application. So you can go those in those areas, no? So like the ICT. So sorry, comments. So you can actually delete. No? So blockchain is like kind of authentication. No? So for being used by the startups right now, there are companies who fund you money to make blockchain related technologies. No? So this is more on the ICT part. And right, capture an emerging trend by observing shifts, no, technology, legal, social. So technology shift, right? So we mentioned about Uber, no? So it's really a problem. Like when you go to Manila, I mentioned taxis can be a very unfair, no, in terms of fare. They're overpriced the fare sometimes. Tuyok-tuyokon pa ka sa Manila kay para lang mutaas ang kanang kuano kanang metrohan. So these technologies that we have available right now, Google Maps and Uber, of course Grab is the popular one in the Philippines, answered really this problem, no? And a lot of people really appreciated the technology behind it. So we shifted the way we get taxis. So technology shift. And of course, Airbnb, Uber, in the videos that I've shown, cultural shift. No? So you know that there's a information that actually Airbnb is bigger than the popular hotels in terms of market value today, no? In terms of market value or corporate value, like, or market capitalization. So what are the popular hotels in the Philippines that you can identify? Can you provide that in the chat? Okay. Guys, what popular hotels? No, so just to check if you're still there sleeping or living away from the computer. What is the most popular hotel that you know? A five-star hotel here in the Philippines. The bigger hotels, I know Kabayan is a very good Sogo, Tibago. Now I'm speaking of hotel like Marco Polo Hotel. Oh, okay, Genevieve, just write it right on time. What else? Hotels. Have you stayed? Nindot kayo, you were very impressed. So Trivago is a platform, no? Is that right, Ralph? Ralph, Trivago is a platform, di ba? No, so that is also a technology shift, no, in terms of getting a hotel. No, so for this case, in the Airbnb, what hotel have you stayed na nindot kayo, or your parents have stayed in, you're really impressed? In Davao, Marco Polo, you have one. Other hotels, guys, come on. Type your answer. I want participation from the class. Hotels that you identified. Winford, okay. Nikki, thank you. What else? What other popular hotels in the Philippines you have in mind? Come on, guys. 1 minute. Radisson, very very good. Sander. What else? What other hotels you have in mind? Come on, come on. Diamond Hotel, Oasis sa Butuan. All right, that's all right. That's okay. Oasis. All right. Fairmont Sofitel. That's right. Keep your answers coming. All right. Thank you, Christian, Jan, Genevieve, Oasis. All right. So, Zada Briza, my dream hotel. Okay, Jerome, what is your dream hotel? Is that really a hotel? Shangri-La Boracay. All right. Radisson Blue. All right. What else? Thank you, Jake, Kenneth, Chris. So, what else? Mauna pangalan sa hotel, sir. Okay, my dream hotel. No, so I think I haven't stayed there yet. All right, that's it. So we don't have other popular hotels. Wala na. Outpost Beach Hotel. Okay, Grand Hyatt Manila. What else? Okay, thank you, Froilan Vincent. So what else? All right. Asa man mo naka hotel nga nanguha mo ka nang nibitbit. Gibitbit ang mga kape, ang mga cha, inig uli. Guys, it's not a joke, but I do that, no, like mga excess coffee, sugar, because they are free actually, no. Watergate, okay, so all right. So big hotels in the Philippines, I think we have Hyatt, no, or Shangri-La Hotel, no. So Shangri-La Hotel, I hope guys you can, okay, there's more answer from here in the chat box. Go hotels, okay. So there are several types of hotel here in the Philippines now. They have the 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, 3-star, 2-star, and then you have these very cheap hotels that you can go to spend time, sleep. No? So if I'm on a government travel, so the budget is very limited, so Go Hotel is an option. Red Planet is an option. Actually, diligid kayo cheap ang Red Planet, no? But what I'm trying to say is that here, there's a cultural shift in terms of staying, no? So instead of going to these hotels because they are very expensive, Airbnb can be an alternative if you're traveling in groups, 5, 10 people. You can find a house that the owner of the house let you stay in, no, and then the owner of the house will allow you to stay there and then get money, no, so because they're not actually using the house, no. So floral, sir. So Alan, very very good. Floral, cheap, very cheap. I haven't stayed there, so I don't know the service because of my wife's. That's okay. That's okay. So that's okay, Alan. Thank you for the chat. No? So yeah, so keep on commenting in the chat, guys. I want participation. No? So I think I'm very fortunate to have, or I don't know, because my wife keeps on travel. They have conferences, doctors, and then they stay in very big, wonderful hotels. So I get to experience in, like for example, in Shangri-La, in BGC. It's a very wonderful hotel. We stayed there for about 3 nights, 4 days and 3 nights, and I was told that the price there is around 15,000 pesos per night. So I was kind of shocked. Okada, that's right, Froilan. It's very, very expensive. No? So there are rooms there that cost you 100,000 pesos. No? So if you have plenty of money, Froilan, go to Okada. No, so if you don't have money, Floral can be the home, no, temporarily. So Alan, Jade, and Froilan have really, like, at the end of the spectrums in terms of pricing. Now, but the dynamics, we have this cultural shift right now. No? So instead of going into that expensive hotel, you can stay in Airbnb. You know, there are apartments somewhere in so BGC Taguig no, na condominiums that you can stay for a night or over the entire week that will cost you cheaper than the most hotels. No? So I get to experience Airbnb as well. No? So traveling with our fellow faculty members in the university. No? So very good accommodation as well. Yeah, so and now the Airbnb's value is even higher than these popular hotels like Shangri-La. So you try to compare the market capitalization compared to why? Because they were able to scale, not to scale, no? So scale up their business. So they're not only focused on the US or the Paris or where the funders came from, in California or in New York. So they were able to really expand, their market. So they were able to even be present here in the Philippines in all of the markets that they are that they can possibly be present. No? So maybe China is an exemption, no? Because China doesn't allow Google, Facebook, no? So they have their own technologies. So kind of unfair, but that's how they want that their own startups will actually capture, the market in China. Okay, so thank you guys. Floral, I remember that in mind. So, other approaches, three approaches to finding a shift. It can be research centric, or problem centric, or people market centric. Okay. So, do you have any idea about this? People market centric, research centric, problem centric. Do you have ideas, guys, about this shift? Okay. Yes or no? All right, problem centric textbook case. So basically, it's the same thing. If people will like, this is a very expensive product. This product is inefficient. It's inconvenient to use. So sorry for this image. This is not my original image. So very costly. Like for example, it's very expensive to buy Apple phone, iPhone. And then so others try to develop a cheaper smartphones. So for a market that cannot afford iPhone, that's why right now Apple tried to strategize the product that they have a very high-end product, and then they also introduce a product which is also inexpensive, for the mass market. So that's how also Tesla, by the way, when they also designed their own product when they started with the Model S, and then they introduced a much cheaper product that is now the Tesla Model 3 to cover that range, because their competition right now is also in China, which also introduces battery powered cars like Neo. So that's in terms of cost. So people would tend to think about how about the mass market? In the Philippines, like 98% to 99% live in a moderate to very low income. So 2% or those mga well-off. So for example, so I hope apel tatong well-off. But then the reality is that we are part of the consuming public that would prefer product which are cost-effective or even cheap, but actually provide the same service. So inefficient or inconvenient to use. So unsa man ni sila, very inconvenient, very inefficient. So you might want to think of ideas that would somehow, there is an existing product, but it is not efficient, it is not convenient to use. Then maybe you can design a new product that would answer those problems or challenges being faced by the consuming public, right? So, like for this example, we can also, in terms of changing economics, so wide adoption of new tech standards, consumer and business. So you look into in this part where is people market centric, referring to the behavior change. So change in conventions of the people. Like for example, right now, people tend to shop online, no, because of the pandemic. So there's a people market centric change, no, rather than going to stores, because you guys are still underage. No, so you cannot go to SM, Robinsons, or any other mall. So people tend to change their behavior in terms of shopping. No, so instead of going to malls, they shop online. No? So as we mentioned, we covered last time that Lazada and Shopee provides convenience. No, that, like so for example, products that you cannot find even here in Butuan. No? So you can only find them in Shopee or Lazada. So there is this consumer shift. No, so in the US, it's like that as well. No, so people are even demanding that products should be within. You know that in within the day, delivered within the day. You know in the US that products can really be delivered on the same day that you ordered the product, and sometimes others like a day after or 2 days after. Dugay na kayo ng 14 days o 1 month nga ginahimo sa Lazada, no? I know you guys voted Shopee better than Lazada, no? Because Lazada has really a problem. It's a validated problem of in terms of delivery. Okay, so those are examples. No, it's a shift. So the opportunity there is to ride on the shift. No, so why not make the idea there or the opportunity there is that why not develop a platform that people can actually buy products. No? So, for example, there are so many stores in Butuan, and then nobody is actually taking care of them, making their products available online. No? So, I don't know if there is a platform already, but that is an opportunity as well, no? Because you make those products available online, especially the MSMEs. No, you help the MSMEs, the micro, small, medium enterprises to make their Butuan City products online. No, so that kind of like help them in terms of the changing behavior of the people in terms of shopping right now. Okay, what else? So discovery. So this is much more on like research focused. No? So in terms of materials, you want to have a better properties of the materials, techniques in producing new materials, discoveries, products that may have not been inventive yet. No? So these are kind of some of other focus. But for us, no, so I think for me, everyday struggles that we we encounter can actually be motivation or an opportunity for us to solve problems. All right. So, any questions so far? Questions? Comments? All right. So let's have some discussions here. No? So I want to like ask some of you guys in terms of maybe problem statements that you would want to solve, no, that you encountered every day, or the opportunities that you have actually saw already, no, that can be an opportunity. Okay, so there was one discussion before, I think that is in your class, na kulang ang baboy na supply karon, no? So that's okay. Sorry guys, I think I was yeah, so I think I had a problem with my internet now. So now the question is, what are the present problems you have um, facing right now that can serve as a business opportunity for you? So let's have some 5 minutes. Yes, Santi, you have a question? All right. So I this is
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, this is now a kind of a workshop now. I want to for you guys to go to your team, and in 10 minutes, I want you to list at least 3 to 5 problems that might be an opportunity for you to solve. All right? Are we okay with that? Teka ha. Is it possible for me to like no cannot cannot group you here? Maybe I'll change later the I don't know the access the Zoom. No? So I wanted to group you guys, but for now, no. So is it possible for you and your team to come up with the list of opportunities that you can somehow capture? What are these problems that you face every day that you might want to tackle as an opportunity for you to start a business venture? So, or any idea, no? So, this is an idea session right now, no? So, with the thing that we've discussed, unsa ka, no? So, what kind of areas can you work so that you'll have a potential business venture in mind already? All right. So, I will pause this Zoom, no, for a while. And then, because I cannot group you here, what we will do is that you might want to go out from this space and maybe contact your group mates, meet together, try to create a slide for you guys, and then let's discuss when you come back for about 15 minutes. Is that possible for us? You can somehow leave this room and then we go back, when we're done in terms of class group discussion. Is that okay? Can you thumbs up? You can leave this space. All right. Thumbs up, please, for those who got the message clear. All right. So, all right. Okay. You can leave this Zoom now and then come back. No, come back after 15 minutes. That's about 10:20. Yeah, I'll give you time 11 minutes now because we don't have much time. I'll leave for 10-minute discussion before we leave. All right, so you can leave this space and then try to discuss with your teammates, group mates. No, so you defined earlier on in terms of the problems, ideas that you would want to solve. No? So let's just kind of generate ideas for now. No, so with a group discussion. All right, so you may leave this Zoom meeting for now and come back by 10:20, 20 na lang. I'll give you time. All right. Um, time is up. Okay. Want to know if others are back? Okay. Okay. We keep on accepting others, no, who needs to be back. All right. So for those who are here already, this is part of your output today, or as part of your quiz, no. So what I want you to do now is put that into a one slide, no. So something like this also that I have shown you. Put that here, or make your own slide. Submit to me a copy of it. So I'll do na lang the ano. For example, okay, wait. So let's keep on accepting others now to be back. So this is gonna be part of your quiz or activity output for today. So I want you guys to like list down, no, in PowerPoint. I'll view that. I'll post a platform in the LMS later on. A quiz. No? So in the opportunity, no? So in the chapter, in the topic na opportunity. Yeah, for everybody to post your answers, no, or your what you've done. All right, let me ask the group of let me start. Who wants to share what you've discussed with your team? We have 9 minutes left, so I think we can somehow like just have some sharing about your discussion. Any volunteer? Yeah, you can thumbs up if you want to volunteer. No, so with your list, there's no wrong answer here. All right. So later you can develop the slide just verbally, no? What you've talked down from your discussion. Yeah. Yeah. So what you have discussed. So if you have, you can do it verbally for now. And then I want you to guys to write that in writing in a PowerPoint slide that you will submit in the quiz button later on. No? All right. So anybody would like to share their thoughts? Okay, let me ask na lang, no, if there's no volunteer. Right, let me start with.
Sir, good morning, sir.
All right, it's Joseph. Is that you?
Yes, sir. Pwede bang utana, sir?
Yes.
Bisag unsa lang ang problema, sir, no?
Yes.
Ah,
That you would be willing at the end of this, ano na, you would be, yeah, try to tackle like introduce a business there with that kind of problem.
kuan, sir. Ang murag sige kani, sir. Ang
Joseph,
problema sa
who's your teammate first? Who's your teammate? Introduce your team.
akong team, sir, kay wait team for members kay way members.
Ha? Wala kay team members? O sige, go
Oh,
ahead.
wala pa team members, sir.
All right, go
Pero
ahead.
nakaimo ah kaning problema sa sudan, study, sa running errands sa kanal, then innovation sa electricity, sir.
Right. So I'll post you there now. So all you have to do is I will not process that yet. Just list them down. We can do further validations later on if indeed those problems identified will have a solution. Because in this process also later on, as we continue this discussion on the next meeting, you yourself will try to think about what kind of solution this might problem have. No? So I will post a template later on after this class for you to answer. No? So common ang kanang slide. All right, I think before done or Sander, si Wendell, thumbs up si Wendell earlier. Wendell, would you like to share your, yeah.
First, sir, is local employment system, sir.
Right, so what problems do you,
Sir.
what what are the top 5 problems or business venture you would want to make? Number 1 is I think we have, is it me or is Wendell ang naay problem sa internet? All right. So I can't hear Wendell. Sorry, no. So, Dan, you raised your hand earlier.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, share your ideas.
Ako, sir,
Who's your teammate, by the
ako
way?
lang na idea, sir, kay inline sa my teammate was Arbel Felicia og si Jaira May Dayan, sir, then Mercury.
All right. Yes.
So akong na isip come up idea, sir, with answer in line sa BFP, Bureau of Fire Protection vision nga a modern fire service of ensuring a fire safety nation by 2034, requiring every household a fire alarm systems na connected sa nearest radio sa BFP station. Ang problema ko nakita, sir, ay kanang maglisod usahay og contact sa fire station hotline, and instead of requiring lang sa mga buildings of fire extinguisher, mag-require nag-fire alarm system na connected sa BFP station na appeal ang exact geographical location sa balay or household, kay ang in case magkasunog-sunog, ma-notify sila with an instant, dili na magkabuang-buang mga tao contact sa hotline. Most probably ang problem pod ba, sir, kay ang panic na dili nakatawag sa hotlines mo nang mag-cause gid og dagkog sunog.
All right. Thank you, Dan. I know that's one, no? And then I think, yeah, we can have more. So in the slide later on that I will be sharing, no, sa LMS na. So thank you for that, Dan. Anybody would like to share as well based on their discussion with their teammates?
Sir,
Yes, Wendell.
sir, local employment system, sir.
Local employment system, okay? So the problem there is
Kuha siya, sir, kanang karon pandemic man siya ron, sir, maglisod ta mag-employ og mga trabahante like drivers, mga kanang labandera. So among propose, sir, is dito sa among system, dito na magkuha ng mga employ gusto magpa-employ, sir, tas dito na pod ang mga gusto mangitag lang bandera, dito na sila mangita sa among system.
all right. So very good, no? So that's
Like nga na ang problem, sir. Kaya maglisod na matro pandemic, sir, kay
okay. I got you, Wendell. I got you. So mawala-wala lang yung connection, no? So I got your thoughts, no? I got your idea. All right, that's one good idea, no? So yeah, so keep the ideas coming in. So for now, what I want for the teams is to really generate as many as ideas, no, at least 5. I'm telling you, let's list the top 5 because we will try to examine that later on going forward, no? So the initial idea might be okay, but maybe along the way when we try to validate those ideas, the other ideas might present a like better value as well, no? So Don, Wendell have shared a very good problems that they want to tackle, no? So and let's try to expand on that later on. So for now, we'll just try to come up with ideas that you would want to engage in, no? So any other would like to share their group output for this morning? So again, there's no wrong answer here. So it's your idea and anybody's idea. I cannot judge that. Eventually, even people judge others. They're actually wrong and they've successfully started their own business. So one more team because it's 10:29 now. I will have to let you go by exactly 10:30. Nobody else? Diana Rose, can I can I can I ask you about your team's output? So the gentleman answered earlier, no? So I need a representative from the ladies. Eh, Right, I think you're safe with the bell. It's already 10:30. I don't want to hold you guys because you have your other classes. I know, I understand. So with that, I'll post some announcements in the LMS, and then I'll see you next Thursday. No, so for more discussion. So uh, Lord Adrian, you will be the next next Thursday, all right? Okay, Hansel, all right. So see you guys next Thursday. I know you have a class. You can leave now in this class. Thank you and for giving me your time this morning, and I hope to see you on Thursday. All right, bye for now. Bye bye. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye
Bye.
bye, everybody. You're welcome, everyone. Diana, are you still there? Kumusta man ka? Right, that's the end of the class. No? So I think we have a very good day today. No? So that's actually very good with some interaction. No? So it's better to have this way than the video recording only. No? So yeah, so I'll see those guys next meeting. So this is it.